in, I believe it was Aramaic or Greek, can mean 7. But I do not know whether that's 7 feet tall. Could be that they are the tall whites, which is another very distinct category, humanoid, extreme 7 to 8 feet, maybe 10 to 14 feet is what the Anunnaki were supposed to be, tall, white skin. It's the 5th category, Trontaloid, Trantaloid. They've gone through these other categories, and they said, and there is a 5th category, Mr. President. The Trontaloids, and they apparently show him a photo, and it says in the transcript, Reagan says, wow, you'd notice that in a crowd of humans. And they say it is an insect. And they call it a hostile alien visitor, HAVs. And they say, Mr. President, this is a very insidious type. This is the one that we worry about, because they camouflage themselves on this planet as blonde human beings. And Reagan has an explosive reaction to this and said, well, I need to know more. Do we need to go to war? What do we need to do? And the CIA director and the others say, we have plans for all eventual possibilities, without explaining what that means. They go on to say that the Trontaloid insect beings are at least 1,000 years more advanced than we are. That they come from a system, meaning not in our Milky Way galaxy necessarily, but and not from someplace maybe that we would recognize, but it may, and this is where it gets confusing, it may be in the star group of some 39 stars in this arm of the galaxy that all have yellow suns or cooler suns. And there have been different identifications that this may be from one of these closer star systems, or it may be far apart, so it's not clear. But wherever they come from, it is supposed to have elements that we have been able to confirm do not exist anywhere on Earth. And that they have technologies that can neutralize gravity and do all of these things, and they're very advanced.
Okay.
So why are they camouflaging themselves on Earth as blonde humans? Jump cut to World War II.
Yes.
Adolf Hitler, obsessed with saying that he was going to war with the world in order to put blonde, white-skinned, blonde Aryans in charge of this planet. Well, it's been suggested by many, many people that there is a direct link between whatever these Trontaloids are and what happened in World War II. And you can see how distasteful these subjects, when you begin to talk about them in their rawness, how distasteful they are. And you can see if 5,000 years ago, all of this was occurring on this planet when humans were completely out of it, didn't know anything, and were getting down in their knees to extraterrestrials as gods when they weren't, that today, the human family versus Ebens, Archeloids, Trontaloids, Hepaloids, and so forth. If we are not told the truth by governments and lots of secret societies that have known all of this for a very long time and decided that it was to their benefit to keep the power of this knowledge to the 1% that has run this planet for 5,000 years.
Yeah.
In a way, if we could get the "We are not alone in the universe" headline out in 2017, it would be almost like a cheer of liberation for those of us who have more knowledge. Because essentially, Homo sapiens sapien on Earth has been plagued unmercifully, manipulated unmercifully. We are this divided, warring species because of manipulations by something that is trying to accomplish something in all of this experimentation on Earth. And to me, that makes me angry enough, gives me energy enough to keep going with what are we really in a universe that is confusing in the hints of other dimensions, the ability to move point to point, when we are on a planet where the only way we've been allowed to move is through Euclidean geometry, walking our machines that must go distances.